Well, the climb 10 minutes up to Bergen, which is just down there. And now the climbing starts. This hill is really the worst one. But I don't think there's going to be any mushrooms. I really doubt it. I didn't bring the big mic this time, so not the best sound, but that's too bad. Anyway, we shall see what we shall see. Big camera this time. Juggle. Oh, family, 2 kids, walk by with a basket full of cantarelli. So there are mushrooms out. That's very surprising. I rarely see cantarelli up here. Cantarelli, the brown ones, yes, not the other ones. So something else. Alright, God, this hill sucks. Nearly at the top. Anyway. Approaching mushroom spot number 1. Quite a few people out and about. Anyway, we'll see. I doubt it. I think it's too dry. But family did have cantarelli. Quite a few too. So we'll see. Well, first mushroom spot. Don't have to go very far. Just up the hill. Anyway. No sign of any mushies. It's not going to be very stable, but nothing. It's too dry. No sign of cantarelli. Not even poisonous ones. How about that? Oh, getting older. Nothing. Sometimes they hide. Not hiding either. Pretty though. Well, this used to be a reliable spot. It's been gone downhill the last 4 or 5 years though. I hardly got anything here. So I don't know, they died out here. That's a shame. This used to be a really good spot, and it's by far the closest to the house. It's only half an hour up. Half an hour climbing, but half an hour. And this used to be really good. You used to get lots of mushrooms here. It is way too early for cantarelli. So it's still not too late for steinsop. Or not too early for steinsop. A little early maybe. Late, mid-August probably is the right time for that. So I go over there a little ways and then just come back down and then go up to my second spot. Anyway. Well, let's go to the steinsop spot. Nothing here. It's just straight across here. Sometimes you get steinsop. It's not. Last 3 years in a row I got nothing in this spot though. So I think it's a bit much too dry. So I'm not seeing anything. Sometimes there's a few here, but steinsop is very rare. Very rare indeed. I wonder how the audio levels are doing on this. I think they're doing alright. That's better. Shouldn't be. Well, we're in the yellow, but okay, I think that's about right. Anyway, it's a good little camera. Weighs a bit though. Maybe not for vlogging. High quality vlogging camera. So, apart from the terrible autofocus and the wobbliness, pictures are really good though. So this is challenging for the photos because there's a lot of contrast. So this is where you want a big camera for sure. So I'm going to just be taking, whoops, auto ISO, taking a lot of photos, I think. There we go. I was on manual ISO. Other people here. 2 boys. Strange. Not mushrooming. Going for a swim in the river maybe. Anyway, time to head back and go to mushroom spot number 2, but I don't think I'll get lucky, but there's a nice landscape there. All that tree is barely standing. That's quite a sculpture. It'll make a nice photo though, I think, with that leaf in the foreground, so I'll try that. Oh, I think we have a photo. Nice strip of light and a log. See how that works. Well, everyone's passing me up skredderdalen. Made it up though. Everyone passed me. Even old ladies. I'm carrying a heavy camera though, and a mushroom bag. That's pretty bad. Alright, see if I can get a decent photo out of this. I should be able to. So, skredderdalen down that way. I think we got a photo here. Made it to the lake. Well, made it to the upper lake. Too many people to take the camera out. Look at all the flowers. On the road. It's a ren folkevandring, pilgrimage. Real pilgrimage. Hundreds of people. No one here though. Passed 2 people on the way. If I was dedicated, I'd go up there and all the way to Rinneman. But I'm not that dedicated. I may even have a cold beer or 2 when I get back, and then taking about 100 photos. So this is a photo trip, and then do the videos. Just a short amount of video. So it's a very pretty, nice spot for a picnic. It's a bit of a hike to get up here though, but not nearly as many people here as the main road. Skredderdalen was full too, and then the main road from Stoltsekleven, of course, in Langevatnet. All that area is very crowded. Here I'm all alone. It's perfect. So take some photos, and then we mosey along this trail over to brushytten, and then I think home. But a nice afternoon hike. Now finally, first hike in 10 days. Well, quite a few people here also. Anyway. The swings down from the brushytten. Remember this, Finn? There's the shortcut for the ski trail. Anyway, so all downhill, and we'll go down to Petua and then a cold beer. I get to edit my photos and the video. The video is easy to string it together. A lot of people. No people right this second though. forgot to turn it off. We're taking the shortcut because there's some good photos there. Although Tippatu is cool too, but I can't film or take photos. There's too many people. So this way I can film a bit more of a hike and get some decent photos. Here's a photo right here. Well, ice really jumps up in the shade while just taking photos of the grass and the trees. You'd think there'd be mushrooms here, but there never are. And if there are any, they're poisonous. But I'm going to the second mushroom spot, which I could have gone on the way up, but I didn't, because there was a dog on the loose that couldn't be found, and I didn't know. So I thought I might distract the dog from its owner. But Mama's been here before. It gets steep and exposed in one spot. She didn't like that much, but she made it down, which was impressive given her fear of heights. So I mean, she gets better with every year, the fear of heights thing. She was bad in the first few years when she came to Bergen. Now she's a local, pretty much. But it is pretty steep. You don't want to fall down one side. It's more or less a cliff. So, but focus. There we go. Alrighty. Well, I couldn't find the trail as I'm just about overgrown. So it's here though. There's a raspberry or two. See if it's... Ow! Shit. What's that? Got stung by something. A raspberry spike. Anyway, strange. Not an edible raspberry, I guess. Glad I didn't try and eat that. And anyway, trail goes here, and Mama's been here before, so she'll recognize it. And then Finn's been here. Many years ago, Finn, though. Many years ago. Raspberries everywhere. Loads. So the last time Mama and I came here was in the fall. So I've got some nice photos just from the mobile of Mama in the fall colors. We're exactly right there. Zoom back out a bit. So that was the last time Mama was in the Bergen, pretty much, just about. So it's now going back a few years since she was in Bergen. Certainly this neck of the woods is going back 4 or 5 years, I think. 4 years at least, 5 years. I have to look it up. Getting to the steep bit, but I found these funny clovers on a stump. That's very cool. Could be a bit more light there. There's actually other people. But so here it gets steep. So I'm going to photo the 4-leaf clovers. Right. So no tripping. It's always steeper than I remember. This trail goes here. Steeper than I remember. I used to go on a lot of steep trails back when I was younger. And this is one of the steeper ones. It's actually quite steep. I used to hike up and down this cliff though, looking for mushrooms all the time. This is not the trail. This is the trail. Real goat trail. Whoa. So you don't want to fall down there. No sign of any mushrooms. Damn, it's a lot steeper than I remember. Just have to be careful. This one's okay. I used to hike up and down this thing, scramble up and down all the time for mushrooms. Alright, I have to keep my eye on the trail though, because you would fall quite a ways. It wouldn't be too good. And this is not even the really bad bit. Bad bit is coming up where you have to kind of go on a tiny little trail next to a cliff thing. And it really is a cliff. This is okay, this bit here. So, photo time. Alright. Still have to watch your step though. It's better going up than going down. Now this is mushroom spot number 2. We're usually around here, and on that slope right there, there's usually tons of trackantereller. So there were not hardly any last year. So last year was a bad year for trackantereller. I had to go to Canada skogen. So around here there's usually quite a few. No slippage here though, you can see that, it would be bad. Or to lose the camera would be bad. It's a bit hairier as you get older. This was no problem when I was younger. And this is the bit that's not so cool. I mean, it's alright. But you have to kind of go along the edge of a drop. This drop there. Where you can go down. Forget what's better. Go down is maybe better, I think. It's that little bit there that's not so, this bit sketchy. I think I'll go down. Yeah, so it's not really that bad, but you have to go along those routes and you worry about tripping and falling along the routes. It's very pretty though. There's a good photo. Alright, so I used to scramble all around here for mushies all the time. We got a bit of a scramble up. And then this is not so good. This bit here. The top bit isn't good either. I can't believe I got... You can see why, going over those roots next to that little drop there. I actually got Mama Pass there, but it wasn't too good. Didn't like that. Neither did I the first time I did it because it was wet and slippery. So now it's plain sailing the whole way down. This I would have liked to have done a cable cam or fly the drone through, but a few too many trees. But it's a really pretty stretch of forest. Really pretty. It's one of my favorites. And there's a very cool tree. Look at that. Strange. I have to get a photo of that. Too bad there's not more sunlight. Alright. So this is going to be a longer video after all. But I couldn't film going down along the main road. There's too many people. I think we got another photo here. Yeah, for sure. Alright. Alright. A lot of photos to edit. Video first. And then I get to do the photos. And see if there are any good ones. I think I got at least 4 or 5 good photos that are somewhat interesting. Good, or better. Like, here we go, another photo. So I'm learning the landscape thing again from scratch. Has to be something interesting in the foreground. A log, or a bush, or a fern, or a branch, or an interesting stone. There has to be something. Rotten logs are the classic, of course, fallen trees. And it helps with sun, so there's hardly any sun here, so this is not making the best photos. And it's such a cool little trail, interesting. Like a little slalom trail. You could imagine skiing down here, although it'd be very tight with the trees. You'd have to go very slowly. But it'd be pretty cool downhill. Very steep. And of course you got the cliff on the other side. So maybe not. There's no snow in Bergen these days anymore. So I mean that's kind of out. There's a trail that runs parallel to this that's also quite steep. No mushrooms, and it's not as pretty. It's more bushy. But it runs parallel down to the right. And that's the more common trail to take. I think this is really, not too many people know this one. This is for the locals. Locals only. There's the view of Bergen. May as well have a squiz here. Bergen. There's no view this time. No blueberries either. Lots of blueberry plants, but no blueberries. Only had 2 today. So there's the scene. Anyway. So you gotta get under this log. Gonna do a crouch. Then we're now back at Skredderdalen again. Skredderdalen. Skredder. It's a bit difficult to say even for me. Skredderdalen. Oh! Alright. And there's a camp over there. Someone's put up a tarp. Strange. Been there forever though. Before there was a teepee, someone's really built a serious. So we can have a look. Well, they've built quite the construction. Yeah, here. So a little playhouse for children, I guess. For a homeless person. They've built a bench. Wow, this is pretty advanced. And a ladder. They built a bench there. These could be local scouts, I'm not sure. Treehouse. They've done a good job of it too. So this is different. This is new. Before there was just a teepee or a lavu and a tarp. This is all new. Someone actually dragged up wood all the way up here just to build this. That's something else. Oh, well, it's been here a few years. I haven't been back here for a couple of years. So you can see the wood is warped. So it may be 2 years old. But how about that? Well, getting to Skredderdalen, so, well, I'm just about in it. I'm going to have to turn you off soon. I don't like filming other people or having them in the shot, because you should really ask permission if they're going to be in someone's video. So this is where the dog got lost, I guess. Now I've come up here when it's really icy. That's pretty sketchy, actually. Nearly broken a few things, or fallen or slipped when it's snow and ice, and you really want brodder or spikes or something on your shoes. I have to do that this Christmas, is get shoes with spikes on them so I can go still hike in the icy weather. Crampons is obviously too much. Anyway, so it's a good trail. I mean, it's kind of jungly, but I mean, obviously it's the middle of summer. It doesn't look like this in the fall, and it's very green. And there's the valley. So into the jungle. This trail is pretty good, actually. It's not totally overgrown. A few people go here. I saw two. So, no mushies. Maybe they bought them in the store and just put them in the basket for show. That was surprising. It is the season for kantareller, though. They're more in the middle of the summer. That's one way. Go the jungle way. Maybe this was a bad idea. Should be a trail to the left up here somewhere. Oh crap. I think I screwed up. Oh, I wouldn't do this in Australia. No way. Jungle. Welcome to the jungle! Alright. There we go. There's a turn off. Wonder where that leads. And there's the main skredderdalen trail, and someone's had a fire there. 2 fires. can see if I pan right there. It's allowed in after September or October. So bring a few brews, sit by the fire in the middle of the city. Kind of pointless. Done it before though. I think when Mama was nagging too much, I came out and went into the bush here, out here. Not this spot, higher up. All right. It's a balancing job. And guess where we end up. All right, I don't need to film all this. Back again where we started. All right. Well, there's the mushroom spot back again. And just go down again. Back where we started. This is a kind of a pain. Going up this thing is not fun. It sucks. Going down is a pain too. So almost no water in the creek. Tiny, tiny bit. Hasn't rained for a while. I made a new railing, so totally for the kiddies as well. How about that? And it looks like they've paved it again. Maybe not. So familiar fin, an osprey. And many years since Papa's been here though. That's going back 10 or 15. If he's been here, I don't know. I'm sure he's been once or twice, but here's the barnehage, barnetjeme. Oh, back through the park. Quite a few people. Well, it's now 5 o'clock. I've been going 3 hours and 15 minutes. You can see there. And I went 7 kilometers and up 465 meters. That's something. Moving time was only 1 hour and 40 minutes. 37. But I was gone 3 hours and a quarter. So it's really hot and muggy. I think I just changed something. Should be right. So now it's definitely time for cold beer and then probably a shower. I'm sweating. It was hot. And I'm the only person out there with long pants. Everyone else wore shorts. At least I just wore a t-shirt. So then I get the joy of editing the video and then color correcting all the gray. Editing all the photos. And then export the photos as usual. Press the photos from the phone, that's easy. I just press one button. Well, 3 buttons. But then the photos have to be done manually on the computer. The photos from the big camera, that is. And then exported and then uploaded to Google Photos. So that's a jobby job. Video first though. It's going to be quite a long video. But I'm glad I brought the big camera. It's not too heavy. I mean, it weighs a bit, and you can't hold it that far out Now it's a lot easier with the GoPro, but I think the colors are a lot better on this, and the sharpness definitely much better. It is 5 times as big and 5 times as expensive, so it should be better. Anyway, this is what the weather looks like. It's not too bad. Not bluebird skies, but I mean, there's blue there, and it's sunny. Just a few clouds.